Could be a nasty surprise. Now, Zeke's already just looking to try and take some contact. Basically, allow his teammates to be that nasty surprise. Nice through, should get the information. Kellogg is up top. It's a bit of an awkward fight, and in fact, overall, it came out on top for EG.
Well, although Ethan goes down in the end, like with the damage done, Calm and Jug Ammo, it's not great. It really isn't. Like, they're in a position now where these pistols on the other side can take them down so easily. They're going to have to rely on Boostio doing a lot of work on his way back through. They know that he can be on this angle. Mixwell not able to do too much with the near sight, but his teammates are on the way to help. There it is, though.
Already turning things back into an advantageous position. Turret down, and Jorgamo trying to just find a little bit more here as the defenders are struggling to get their way back through. Not a lot of utility to play with here as they look to try and connect any sort of shots, but they are shutting it down. Boo will at least be able to get one, but EG are there with the start on this side of the map.
Right now, they're going in. I mean, the fact that you've got two players this close already, it's dangerous. Team Heretics able to get the jump on them. And now with that spike planted, I mean, look, EG can play their positions, but it's all down to timing here for Common. Look at that. The second he moves, Kellogg's rounds the corner and somehow walks out with the second. This is now incredibly difficult for Boostio. Some players tagged up, but he has to hit every single shot. It was close. A nice attempt, but Zeke survived. And that's going to be something that they have to contend with on their way in. Ethan already making quite a bit of space, catching a fair bit of information, and you can see he's just scouting it out, acting as a recon dart, but here he makes a decision. Does he go back, or is he committing to it? And it's a full commitment out of Ethan! He's caught Zeke completely off guard! Now the site's under threat. There's enemies all around. They need to clear out a safe haven for themselves. The decoy almost catching them, and now they realize, okay, we've got control, but look how much time that bought.
Yeah, that's the thing. Ethan was so low on HP, he's just decided to leave. Kellogg's, though, has already caught the close man. They're going to try and find if there's anybody else lurking around the backlines, and Boo with the spam has found another. In behind them is Ethan. He's managed to sneak his way through, but Kellogg's has found his third in the round. Just one left standing. VCJ trying to hold it down. The time, though, has the time actually gone already? I think it might have done. It's going to be incredibly close, and they win it anyway. Even with able to save those 3 guns through. It's going to be another stinger for Ethan. They managed to make it work in the last round, but Kellogg's, he is flying at the moment. That was the main question I had. If Kellogg's is on, they win this game. If Kellogg's is off, they don't stand a chance. Those are the sort of 2 sides to this Heretics roster at the moment. Right now, he is on. Even though they lost that last round, he managed to get 3 kills with that Blade Storm.
It's a good sign. That's Sentinel utility, but in this round, they haven't just yet. And this is leaving them in a position where they're running into a stack.
Again. Just instant trade from Kellogg's. They're going to eventually find out this piece of utility is still sat around. I'm trying to work out if there's a way to get around it without actually tripping it, and the answer is no. They're going to walk straight in. 30 seconds, stun through from the other side as Mixwell looks to try and pincer in. He'll find that first. BCJ was in astral form, and his
teleport is gone.
Dear.
It's actually ridiculous. He's behind them on A right now. The lineup is perfect. Ethan,
it doesn't matter though. Kellogg's is just killing everyone. They tried to bypass him and he just gets 4 kills. What is happening? He's just decimating at the moment. And now Ethan, as you said, he was lining up. He was getting in behind them. But it doesn't matter. All of his team are dead. He now needs to ace.
They were banking on his flank so much. The ultimate after the TP was right behind them. But instead, this retake starting to run out of time. They've got to get it started eventually, and on the way through, Zeke good to pick it up, but it's Jet in the corner. Could be the point man for this round, catching them off. The spray's good, but the damage isn't there in the end. A right click to bring it down to 1 enemy left. Mixwell, the father of Valorant, now has to close this out. And let's see if he can find it. The dash, it's quick, and he's just playing the clock here. It might again come down to the time. I don't think he's got it.
Yeah, he's not got it. It's the second time. And this round is fantastic from EG. This is a round where they've looked at the ultimates on the other side. Witness point, they're just opting to try and play the retake. Not even wanting to go anywhere near it. The flash is solid though. Even still, there's going to be an even trade.
That was a really nice flash that he used initially to push Avova into the smoke to gain that space again. Just his space-taking ability undeniably strong right now, but this Heretics play back into A looks unreal. A lockdown in play, 6 seconds left on it, in comes the nade to try and destroy it, and it looks like it's just about missed. They're gonna be stuck inside of it, the timer's gone! They've just about made it out, but now the clock runs way down. They might have another star to play with here. BCJ needs to try and deny it. The spray down, not good enough, and no—
Looks like he might be against an early fight. Look, jaheguwip again, he knows where the space is. He knows where they've been having issues dealing with their prowlers, but he's not going to win the duel. Calm, quick on the trade, however. However, again, it's instantly back. Well done from Heretics to keep that one in control, and you mentioned the man of the moment. He's got another kill on the board.
And potentially another with BCJ sad here. That spike was spotted moments ago. He saw Kellogg's run back, but still committing to this position. I mean, you got to rely on Boostio. He hasn't found that kill, and now he knows there's going to be an op trained in on him. This is a tough fight to win, and with BCJ going down, the chances turn to 0. 6-6 at the half.
Defensively, I'm going to be honest, most of the time, hot trash. So
Yes.
I hope they have some ideas.
Yeah, it was a good first half, but now this is where the challenge comes in. Flash used as a support for his teammates, and they're actually double peeking around, effectively turning this into a 2-lane fight, double peeking them down and leaving EG in a 4 versus 3 versus 1. It shouldn't be possible for Boo, but a few well-placed headshots, and those odds could quickly turn into his favor.
He's got time. That's the only real thing on his side at this point.
There's a firing squad, but it's worth
They are
using.
there.
Maybe they went back to A side at this point, right? So it's worth putting down. He's given himself every advantage. This is a Cypher clutch. Unfortunately, there's 3 players holding the angle, so he's going to die. But, you know, I love watching him try.
Like, you could
tag. A lot of this game might be just figuring out what ideas they have, just like we've been trying to do. It's a challenge, certainly, and, you know, it's a challenge for us. They don't have X-Ray. At least I hope they don't. That'll make a big difference. Already, opening pick going to Heretics. Now remember, weaker weapons here, and I think that was a Spectre that was dropped.
Yeah, just trying to get that little bit of extra space. Calm in the right position at the right time. He's tagged desperately low, but in fact, the pressure's coming in from behind. BCJ's managed to catch another one. Now, diminishing any advantage that was there, but Kellogg's lurking through the backlines. This should be for free. An easy kill to turn it back into a 3v3 scenario. Com still in an aggressive spot. He finds another, drops the spike on the ground, and now they have the pincer, have them surrounded. It's all onto Kellogg's, and even he can't win this round. What a play from Com.
He's got the barrage of players that come with him and alternating angles.
It was still impressive when he was doing it on the Yoru, so
it
that's
was,
the thing.
absolutely. But then, yeah, when it comes to Kellogg's, it's much more one-dimensional. You got to dash forward. You can't just appear in their spawn. And let's see what he can do here. Great flash by Ethan. What a setup. 2 kills for his trouble. Down goes a Nano to delay a little longer, and there's only 20 seconds left on that clock. They have got to get going now. That first duel doesn't go too bad.
What?
Nor does the second. They're back in control.
Oh, the spam's going to get rid of him, though.
10 seconds.
It actually comes out from BCJ. That Odin has actually worked out for them. Trying to get that plant again. Boo just needs to defend. Mixor will be able to get it down. Somehow turning it 2v2.
He's dodged the flash! There's the wallbang from BCJ's in Astral form! Weapon out, not on time! Boo has a chance! Headshot needed! And it's delivered! Boo! He saved the round for Heretics! He's done a bunch of different things, but that has got to be devastating. All right, Rolling Thunder, they're not messing around here. Straight into the side, and Kellogg's, he has just embarrassed BCJ! But he had plenty of friends here to help him out, and look at the spot. What a flash.
Oh, post flashes this round have been fantastic. Boostio, he's only going to be able to drop the KO to the floor. They haven't managed to get him back up yet, and in fact, another pick coming through. This is actually a 2v2 for a second. Eventually, that res is found, and the Astral utility will help them out.
Coming in on that Cosmic Divide's just left them in such a bad spot. No flashes for Ethan. Getting back in here is going to be tough. They're basically just strangle holding this side.
Into the backlines, which makes me think it probably was his flash because Mixwell was around the corner doing the Rolling Thunder, but there was a flash into that where he is stunned into the corner. I think they still have an aftershock as well, so he's going to be somewhat stuck in the mud. I don't think it's going to connect him. He's still just sat there. I don't know if they're going to expect it anymore. The flash is fantastic as well, and the swing comes out from the SMGs. Just a time to the site if needed. But he might just catch someone off guard.
You know, it's especially the turret. The turret here is just giving it away. They are looking as if they're retake B. They've got a Killjoy on site and a turret watching for a long push, but instead it's Ethan watching long. Boo's caught completely off guard. Boostio's able to grab 1, 2, and now took in for a little more. Ethan's eventually going to deal with Avova, and this is now looking done and dusted. Kellogg's has to do it all with that Blade Storm, and nothing will be found.
Going to go through in a second or two.
No.
Already, the knife is going to give them a little bit of extra information. BCJ, though, just with a spam through the smoke, has managed to take out two. The wallbang not doing anything. Zeke has found that frag instead. Back into a 2v2 we go. Com has managed to hold onto some ground. He's pressuring onto Zeke. The spike plant will come through, and there's a flank. Boostio in behind.
This might not be expected. So many angles to consider at this point. They know where Com is, or was at least. Starting to move out. Now here's what I like. They're taking their own control, and that set them up nicely, actually, for avoiding this Killjoy ult. They don't need to worry too much about it. Sure, Zeke might be in a tough position, but Avova, he might even catch them on the way through. It's the timing. It's absolutely everything here. It comes down to just one man left, and he's being detained.
No!
Zeke!
Don't do it!
He's been caught out!
No! Oh, he was so convinced that his teammate would be able to survive the defeat.
Zeke last guy in, if he's the Flash, to play that exact role. So I almost feel like there could be a possibility Mixwell's taking this so Zeke can play more aggressive almost on the attack side with that Killjoy. Why have they lost so many players already?
He go for a knife because he ran out bullets. This is one of the messiest rounds I think I've ever seen. What? BCJ just reads it in the smoke, and he's dropped the spike on the ground. Now Zeke does have the Guardian. Maybe not the greatest weapon for close range, but a single bullet will take out one. Trying to fake the time a little bit, and Com coming up behind him. Time is going to be absolutely everything. Now the alarm bot is down, so it's going to give the information away. It means that this becomes an isolated fight. Spike's going to be retrieved, but he has to almost plant it here. He can't rotate, he can't go anywhere. So he's looking to try and isolate that final jewel. And with it getting a little bit awkward, he will finally find it. He knows roughly where that last man is going to be, and the plant should be in. Maybe going to find him with the tag at least. That gives the information over to the other side, and an SMG's been picked up. I don't know if he knows he's close, but he finds the shot anyway.
And it looks like he's moving back towards a passive B setup instead. So Team Heretics will manage to bypass it for now.
Yeah, they've smoked the alarm bot as well. So that's not going to be the information there. Just that small piece of utility has managed to put the pressure onto Com. First goes his way with the Odin. He is going to get tagged up and wallbanged as well. Mixo looking good so far, and now the Odin's in enemy hands.
The only rifle they had was a Guardian. You know, they had the chance to spam back at the start of the round, but they did it in the end. And now an Odin picked up for Boo, a recon. 20 seconds till that's going to be back online, and that means a last-second exec here from EG. Even gets a little more dangerous. They're starting to make their way in already, looking for space. Mixwell up close, going to be a massive danger. He's gone for the blade, swinging up in, and they had absolutely no idea, no iota what was coming their way, and the Odin wallbang to close it out.
They're waiting to the last second to throw down those nanoswarms. That is brilliant from Boostio. They're not going to be able to get much of the space whatsoever, and now the remaining players of EG can start pushing back into the site. The turret has just managed to get a kill, and there's only 10 seconds for them to get this spike down. In fact, they have to go back and retrieve it.
All they need to do is deny it. It has to come in here and now, and it's done. They've already conceded. They knew the plant couldn't be secured, and this round will go to EG.
Place. But he knows they're going to run in at the last 4 seconds. So that's when he pops the util. Com, what is this?
Yes!
Why are you fighting this with an Odin? He's going to get the kill! Jorgamo's found on the other side of the map as well. He gets dinked instantly and still swings.
Tom, all I'm going to say is if I try that in ranked, you are going to scream at me for the next minute.
Yeah, because you'll die instantly.
Know, but it's a play, and I've seen it in pro play. I'm going to do it in ranked now.
Also, you don't have the dart
Gorgeous.
that gets in the...
That is also, yes, that is also very accurate, but I don't need to hear your negativity. What a gorgeous play from Com. I'm really enjoying this early round Odin. Look, that aside, they have the advantage, and Team Heretics do not seem to be getting any ground. Another player dropped, the spike confirmed to be outside of A, and at this point, it's like reading a children's novel. This should be easy as can be for EG. Not taking a step wrong to close.
Yeah, a really nice round from Jorgamo especially.
Like back stealing information from their hands. Look at the response. EG look to fight for Short, and Ethan has the perfect flash. Not the perfect execution after, but it's at least got them the info, and that'll get the old pop. That sent Heretics running to the other side of the map.
Yeah, the thing is, though, the setup's still ready for them. Turret watching, Ethan's also going to catch out of over, so no smokes to try and make this play work. jaheguwip rotating, Com on the cross. They are very ready for this, but Zeke wins the battle. It's traded back in mid, their lurk is gone, and Zeke now trying to get that bit more aggressive. They have been slaughtered as they try and enter the B. Opposite from EG. They have two players challenging, and they have deep B main control, which might not be expected just because of where the turret is.
Oh, BCJ, you need to go huge! That's gonna do it! A quick double, but unfortunately, we've seen Mixwell pump the ulties right back online. Boostio, though, wants to shut it down, keep those kills in their favor. 3 versus 3, ability to fight back in. Ethan's got a kill, and they have a lockdown. This should be around for EG. Team Heretics need to find an advantage. They can't just sit down and wait for the retake to... They can't just sit down and wait for the retake to come through, and here's a problem now. Okay, maybe not. Mixwell's fighting for it. He's trying to make up for that flash. If only he still had one. Time to run away.
Zeke's managed to find one, but he needs his teammate to try and hold on here. Mixwell, he gets the final.
Around on the attack to try and pick it up. Zeke could be in trouble here. That's just a sheriff. He didn't stand a chance.
Yeah, a bit of an optimistic fight to take. But in a round like this, you almost have to be a little bit more aggressive. Kellogg's into the site. He is the man that needs to go huge. First kill is Wade trying to take it all. And a little bit unlucky. BCJ full sprint, headshot him through the floor. But they are blinded. A 3v3. Weaponry for Mixwell, weaponry for Avova. It's possible.
It looks like we got another weapon picked up. It's not quite the same caliber. Rocking in with the Spectre, but it'll do something at least. Quick tag up top, that's going to slow your push. Mixwell, he's inside the smoke, he's up close, there's a kill. But it's traded right back out. The dash into the site from jaheguwip, and he's caught another one! I need a replay of that.
In the meantime, also got this aggressive push. It's expected. It's being watched for. I don't know if he's going to get too much from this, but even still, time has been bought. Now they look to reposition, go back towards that main spot as the retake begins.
2 frenzies on the drop down, just shredding them, turning them to Swiss cheese. Ethan hitting every single shot, and no chance he's stopping anytime soon.
Heretics have also got the read. It's just about timing. If there can be even a little bit of delay, a smoke's going to go down. This could be perfect. Into the smoke they go. Mixwell gets one. Now the full force of this Heretics roster is going to be in position. However, they're starting to get mowed down. Zeke's found another. Boo through the smoke gets one more, but he's traded out as well. Zeke has got another. It's all onto BCJ. Kellogg's with the Sheriff trying to bait him, but the spike is down deep. There's not much time left on the clock. He's just waiting and watching for the shots on connected. A chance for
Cash, yeah.
So even a plant might be enough to get them a purchase into the next round, especially with the lower shields. Kellogg's is going to be forced out of there. Never mind, he's dead. Traded by Boo. But that's a weapon on the ground. He needs to get a little bit more. Spam is finding at least a bit of extra damage. The flash through has put him down. He's on 2 HP. He needs to wait for reinforcements.
He ran into the nade as well. Must have thought that was the last pulse on it. Now rifles retrieved as well. Ethan and BCJ stacked up with Mixwell on 2 health. One of the toughest clutches facing them, and in such an important round. This could set the dominoes on their final cascade. It's time to make that retake happen, and Boostio stopped them with a stinger! Team Heretics, they had to do it here, and now all hope is on Zeke. The 1 versus 2, he knows where they are, but it's a whole different ball game dealing with them. BCJ deals the final blow.
In the gap, and right now, they're potentially peeking in. This lockdown's being used as a ruse, a fake, to try and bait them into the rotation. They're going to use up one ult to try and counter it, and in the meantime, Kellogg's has found another. Avova about to come under pressure as well, and in fact, he's somewhat been baited by the fake plant. It's not going to go down, but he knows where they are.
Still hitting the shot, another thing. Great flash, but another player out wide, not caught. Boostio grabbing himself another, and we end up 2 versus 2. Lockdown could be the turning point of this. I mean, that is blocking out all of the control, and jaheguwip, he's going for it, he's updrafted. At least he's staying aggressive. He just needs to kill. 1 second to go, and it's not gonna happen.
No, you can't do that.
cat-sized little niplets. He would have won you the round, but he'll only know that when he watches the VOD back.
Lockdown in play. Full retake being set up, Stingers across the board, utility being used, and Combs found the opener. That lockdown's gone, in fact he's got two! What an incredible Hunter's Fury to start the round! A trade from Avova at least makes this one look feasible, but they are still in a bad spot.
I think he hit both of them with that first Hunter's Fury blast. It must have, because the second one was the one that got the kill on Mixwell, and I don't think anybody had seen him. If he has just blind ulted Mixwell and Kalat shot him, that is the most unlucky timing. They've got Stingers on the other side. The ult was one of the only things that they had going in their favor, and comes late. 3 kills for this man, and it's the first time he's fired a shot. They still haven't dealt with him, and by the time they do, there's so many players rooted in on the site. A good attempt, wrapped down to just one. jaheguwip has to do it alone. A Stinger, good for the first and the second.